Let me explain to you what sustainability actually means. So there is a sustainable cities project. So by 2025, what you will have is the 2025 plus 5, there will be 25 sustainable cities. And what I mean by sustainable isn't they're green and they're pretty and they're lovely and they all eat lentils. I'm not talking about that. And the 5 is 5 indigenous communities. So 25 cities by the year 2025 will be sustainable. To give you an example of what I mean by sustainable, very simple thing. You got rivers. Water turbines create extraordinary amounts of energy, and you can have them running right down because the water goes in, comes back out again.
Yeah.
So you can have them running everywhere. The energy you could create for that would be more than surplus if you do it in the right way. If you then create, and from that powers perhaps. We put solar panels on the roof of a building, and inside that is a hydroponic system that funds that. The 24 hours these plants will be growing, you'll have surplus there. You can sell that on again, and so on. When you end up with surplus in all of these areas, and now the thing becomes fully sustainable, and that's what you mean by a sustainable. Now, what could be wrong with that? That means the bad guys don't have their hands in your pockets. That and you know, people pushing hydrogen cars to me. No, hydrogen is still somebody's going to make that and sell it to you, but not with your electric car, which is being charged off your roof through your, you know. So that's what when I talk about sustainability, that's what I talk about. So and the more society can be sustainable, and call me cynical if you want, but I've got a very healthy cynicism. Governments aren't doing that. Governments are not putting that. But you should be hitting these energy companies exactly where it hurts, taking that money and putting it into sustainable practices like I've just described. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. So they're not doing that. There is a reason they're not doing that. 80% of all lobbying, 80% of all lobbying in the UK today is not covered. These guys,
Really?
yeah, these guys need 0.1% of a loophole to slither something through, but 80% of lobbying is not covered by current legislation.